Hello guys, my name is Vijay Gautam. I know it's real hard for us to leave bed in the morning. We want to wake up early in the morning, but it's been a real problem for us because we don't know the good technique to wake up in the morning, or we have used everything, all the different methods that are available in internet to wake up in the morning, and they didn't work. Like you have tried the techniques like putting alarm on the distance place, or you might have started doing gradually increasing or gradually decreasing the sleep time, and that didn't work well. And you have tried whole lot of method and that didn't work, and that used to be same for me. And 1 year back, when I got frustrated with all not all these methods not working, and I thought that why cannot I wake up in the morning? I need to find one method, or I need to design a framework of the techniques that will help me leave bed every single morning. And then I found this technique or this framework called SHAPER. Well, in this SHAPER method, once I started using these techniques of the SHAPER, I am being able to wake up every single day at 5 a.m. and it's really amazing method that worked well for me, and this is going to work for you as well. So I'm going to explain what the SHAPER is. So let's begin. Yes, in the SHAPER framework, it stands for sticky note near light bulb switch. Okay, when we wake up, you might have realized that you don't get that clarity on what to do for 5 or 10 minutes of the first 5 or 10 minutes when you wake up, and you feel like it is too early to wake up because you don't have that clarity of what to do next, and then you tend to go back to sleep. So to break this pattern of going back to sleep, I have found this sticky note method very powerful. What I used to do is I used to make a list of 3 things that I need to do the next morning in the evening, and then I write those 3 things and paste that near my light bulb switch. When I turn the light switch, then first thing I see is that sticky note, and in that note I have listed down 3 things that I need to do that morning. And when I see those things, then I get straight into those 3 things because I have got that vision, or you can say I have got that task what I have to do next morning. And when I get straight into those work, then there is less chance of getting back to sleep. And this is very powerful when you're having problem not of waking up, but tend to go back to the bed 5 or 10 minutes after you wake up. So what you have to do is get a small piece of paper, write 3 important tasks and paste it near your light switch the evening, before the morning that you want to wake up early. So when you wake up, you see that, and it is really easy. Okay, so now let's move to next second method in SHAPER. What I call is hello to next morning. Oh, okay. In this, what you do is this is kind of creating a kind of excitement for the next morning. When you see trailer, and when you know that this trailer is amazing, and you tend to go and watch that movie, and this is what you have to do in this hello to next morning method. I know that it sounds a little bit crazy, but this is amazing idea. What do I mean by this is when you have to, for example, let's say wake up next morning to read a book, and you want to read that book, so go to Google and read some reviews what the people who have already read that book has given, and then what you have to do is read first 2 chapters of the book, and when you find that book is really interesting, then close that and go to sleep, because you have generated kind of excitement. Or for example, let's say that you want to have an amazing breakfast next morning, then go ahead and get recipes ready on your kitchen, get them ready over there in the kitchen, and go to sleep. You have made that kind of excitement in yourself. That means you have watched the kind of trailer that what the next morning is going to look like, and when you go to sleep with that excitement, and that excitement will help to get up next morning. For example, remember the event that you have bought all the materials or things that you need for your picnic, and next morning, boom, you don't need a alarm. You are just waking up because you have that excitement. It's about creating excitement that, wow, tomorrow morning I'm going to read this book, and 2 chapters I have read and it is amazing, and wow, I have bought all those recipes for the breakfast that I'm going to make next morning. Wow, the morning is going to amazing. You are going to bed with that kind of sense of excitement, and obviously that excitement pulls you out of your bed. So A stands alarm on your own voice. Okay, You have tried, so many alarm tones, different awkward alarm tones, but what's much awkward than your own voice? And use that awkwardness to pull yourself out of bed. Okay, what do I do in this technique is I record my own voice with powerful messages on my goals. For example, let's say, hey BJ, wake up! You have got to do all this, you have got to write a script for a new video. Hey BJ, wake up! You have to make amazing thing happens. You cannot be sleeping on that bed, man. Come on, wake up. And when you record that audio and set that as your alarm tone, the first thing when you hear some powerful messages like that will hit directly into your inside, inside it will hit directly inside, and you feel like, yes man, I cannot be sleeping, I need to wake up. And do this or record the message every second or third day. And when you record these messages on your own voice, that will help you that you can record your own customized message to inspire you, to motivate you to achieve your goal, for your goal, so you get outside your bed. And that helps me really well. I have already given you example of what a kind of message that I record. Okay, that was about alarm on your own voice. And fourth technique on SHAPER framework that I have designed is practice your wake up exercise. Wow, this one is powerful, people. This one is really powerful exercise. This is for people who don't have that kickstart energy. That first 5 seconds when you open your eyes, you don't feel like to wake up. You hit snooze button and you go sleep for you are like, oh, 10 minutes more, I want to sleep, and then I will wake up. So to avoid this practice your wake up exercise. What you do in this exercise is the night before what you have to do the night before is close the light, set phone alarm for 2 minutes, keep that phone aside and sleep on the bed just like you are sleeping. And when the alarm hits after 2 minutes, you wake up just like earthquake hit the home. Practice that 2 or 3 times. What you have to do, put alarm on your phone, keep it aside, turn the light off in the evening. I'm telling you to do this the evening or before you go to bed. Just put the alarm and close your eyes and sleep just like you are sleeping in the morning in that position or posture. Make that posture and close your eyes. And when after 2 minutes the phone alarm goes and you wake up like, oh my god, just wake up like all of a sudden. That is like wiring into yourself that making that kind of habit. And when the next morning the alarm goes and you will wake up just like that. You practiced it several times. You are practicing your wake up activity, and that is going to be reality the next morning. And this might sound silly, yeah, I also thought that this is silly, and this method actually I found out of frustration that why the hell am I not being able to wake up in the morning? And when I did practice this exercise 3 or 4 times in the evening, I was able to wake up the next morning. This is such a powerful action, man. So try this, go ahead and try this. So now let's move to another fifth, that is an envision your goal. This technique is again the thing that you have to do the night before. What you have to do is you have to visualize your goal in your mind, or vision that you have that bigger goal, what you want to achieve in your life. If this is for the people who already have set their goal, and for those who don't have their goal yet, I will bring another video on how to set goal, and we will discuss that in another video. But for this time, to those people who have already their goal, then people, this is time, the evening is the time. Just before you go to bed, what you have to do is have that bigger goal, imagine that bigger goal in your mind, and think of those things that you have to do on a daily basis. So envision that bigger goal. What are the kind of rewards, or what are the kinds of amazing things that are going to happen if you achieve that goal? And to achieve that goal, what you are going to do the next morning or the next day. And when you make this a practice of envisioning things in your brain, then you again get excited. That's, oh yes, if I achieve that kind of goal, I'm really going to move to a different place, and that should motivate you. And obviously when you go to sleep with that kind of excitement the next morning, you know that there's that bigger goal you have, and you have to work on a daily basis to achieve that. So now we are coming Now we have come to the last point in SHAPER technique that I have developed. The R is reward or punish. Well, this is another powerful technique that I have used. So for example, let's say you are going to buy a new phone for yourself, right? So in this punishment or reward system, what you are going to do is you are going to reward yourself when you wake up every single day, and punish is you are going to punish yourself. It's about building self-discipline. It's about being a little bit harsh on yourself when you can do things, and being happy and promoting yourself with reward when you do amazing thing. So in this technique, what I used to do is for example, let's say I have to buy a phone, I have to get a new phone. Then what I do is I just don't go. For example, let's say tomorrow I have to get that phone, right? And what I do is I just don't go tomorrow and get that phone. I hold that that action. I don't get phone tomorrow, but I promise myself that if I wake up 5 a.m. in the morning every single day for next 21 days, and then only I'm going to buy myself a phone. Otherwise I won't. Even if I miss for one day, then I have to start. The counting begins from 1. So in this way you are self-disciplining yourself. So when you complete 21 days straight for waking up at 5 a.m., then obviously it has become your habit, and it is going to help you. And other side, if you fail to wake up for more than 3 days in the morning in a row, then you punish yourself. The punishment that I used to give myself was bathing with cold, silly, freezy water in the winters, and that really I was so afraid that no, I don't want to bath with that cold water. So I used to wake up in the morning, and these all the SHAPER. So that really worked for me, and I hope that this is going to work for you as well. So thank you very much for watching this video and SHAPER technique. I know if you liked, please share with your friends, and please apply these techniques, and leave your view about what I have shared in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll come with more videos like this. Thank you for watching.